What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play. We're up here on top of the watchtower just to show you that I added the melon and bamboo part of the farm. I actually went out about 1,000 blocks and got that bamboo. And I don't think you've seen the sheep farm or the extended sugarcane farm either, so I added those to it. And I'm actually going to sleep real quick. But today we are going to be taking off to the new area that we're going to start building in. But before we do that, I kind of wanted to show the trading I've been doing. So far, I've gotten about this much. Well, this isn't all I've gotten, but right now, this is what I have up here. And if we go down to my ender chest, you can see we have 2 stacks of emerald blocks, so that's pretty good. And I'm actually going to show you how I did that. So with the new 114 update, villagers got completely changed. If we go over to, let's see, this guy, well, he's locked up right now, but you can buy, or with their discounts, you can buy the book for 1 emerald, or you can sell the book for 1 emerald. And if you look right above it, you can get a bookshelf for, or 3 bookshelves for 1 emerald. So essentially you can just buy 6 emeralds worth of bookshelves and get, I think, about a stack of emeralds from 6. I think essentially you can buy about 6 emeralds worth of bookshelves and get about 40 something emeralds from it. So it's kind of broken, I think. I feel like that's not what they intended, but I feel like they had to know about it. So I don't know if they're planning on keeping that in, but right now I'm taking advantage of it. So yeah, we're going to be using the emeralds for the beacon that we got in the last episode. And this is some of the stuff I'm taking over to the new area. I also already brought some stuff over there. I already have a nether path to it too, so I guess it's just about time to head over there. So yeah, I'm going to meet you guys over there. Well, we are about, I think, 2 wither skeletons in, and I already have 1 skull, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so we got wither skeleton, or wither skull number 2. Alright, and there's the 3rd one. I think that was about 40-ish, so that's a little better. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like 1 every 20 skeletons, so that's pretty good. We are here, and as you can see, it is a mushroom island. The reason we're actually coming to a mushroom island, well, there's no real reason, mainly just because it's an island, and I wanted to not be connected to land, and I figured this was the best way to do it. And also, no mob spawning is nice. And also, I guess the 3rd reason is if I do, or when I do make a mob spawner, it's gonna help the rates out a lot and give me a lot less work to do, because I won't have to light up as many caves as I would if I made it on like a normal biome. But yeah, but the main reason we're expanding out from the village is to make farms. This is gonna be my main area for farms. I've been getting like the itch to make farms, and mainly because I want to be able to trade with villagers more. It's funny, this update I'm way more inclined to be trading with villagers than last update. I'm not really sure why. Just because they're new, I suppose. I don't know. But we are going to be building the majority of my farms for this world underground here. So my plan is to make a kind of like a man cave, like who does the man cave? Like Etho's man cave underground, basically. Obviously, we're not gonna call it the man cave because that's basically just stealing from him. But we're gonna make a cave underground, and we're not gonna. It's not gonna be all natural. I kind of have a plan for what I want, to do. But eventually, I do have plans to build something on top. Um, I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm kind of leaning towards a castle, but I'm not 100% sure that's what I want to do. At first, I wasn't sure about building here just because the island is really oddly shaped. But if you don't count, like, you see where the land dips down into the ocean, all of this flatter water area is actually still the mushroom fields. So there, here, over there, and there's a bit over there. That's going to make it more of a rounder shape for the island eventually. But for now, we're actually just going to start with the beacon being set up. I already dug down here to about why live and oh, don't die. Oops. Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm going to do some beacon mining for a little bit. We actually have a little diamond right here, so I'm probably going to mine for a couple hours, so... Alright, so I did about, I think it was about 2 hours of mining, and we got about 3 double chests, full, or I guess 2.5, full of cobble and other blocks. About 5.5 stacks of iron, smelted some already, and a stack and a half of gold. A lot of redstone, lapis, and coal. And then the amount of diamonds I got is 2.5 stacks. So that is, 152. But I actually already moved the beacon down here because we are going to be starting a project over here, and when I made the beacon, I didn't put it close enough to where I wanted to work, which is okay. I just had to move it real quick. I already have. Oh yeah, so I guess I can explain this now. So the way I do my beacon mining, so I start in a corner and I go every 2 blocks. So doing this reveals every possible spot besides the corners, I guess. Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure this isn't the most efficient thing, but this is just the way I do it. And then I go every 2. And I just do that all the way around, basically. So I think it took like 2 hours just to do this little area. And usually I would keep on going down the line. I guess that doesn't matter. But I just decided not to this time, and I wanted to get started on this other project. Okay, so the project I wanted to start today is a mob farm. Pretty soon I think I'm going to be going to the end, and I want to get an elytra, and there's not no point, but it feels kind of pointless not to have like rockets if you have an elytra. So I'm going to be making the mob farm for gunpowder. I picked this spot because it's pretty much like everywhere is surrounded by the mushroom island. And I think I'm going to be making the rest of my base around the mob farms because it's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm going to start digging the area for it. It's actually going to be underground instead of in the air. So I'm going to start digging and show you a little bit of progress when I get some done. Okay, so I have my game paused right now because I just went up to the surface to grab wood. And I came back down and I heard like one zombie. I was like, oh good, something spawned. And I went down there and there was like literally like 50 mobs. All in like one little area, like on the spawning platform basically. So, and now they're all running at me because apparently the block I placed didn't block it. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, now that I have that sorted out, that gives me a good feeling about this farm. I have... Ooh, guys, look at him. Ugh, more problems. But, I've lit up a few caves, but most of the caves I've lit up are actually in the mushroom, biome, so that's not going to affect much. So that's giving me like a good sign, because if I'm getting that many mob spawns from just walking up to the surface real quick, then that's gonna be really good if I do multiple layers, which is also making me think maybe I should just do a couple layers, and that should be plenty. For a single player world, that should be plenty. So now I'm gonna have to actually think about that, so I'm not sure. My plan right now is to just build like 1 or 2 layers of this, and I was actually gonna AFK overnight and to see how much I get. So I guess that's still the plan. If I end up getting a lot from that, then I don't think I'm gonna do more than 1 layer, to be honest. I don't know. It kind of kills my plan for everything, so I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. Next time you see me will probably be after I'm done AFKing with this, just the one platform. Oh, and also I went to grab all this magma blocks, I guess. And I saw a couple of wither skeletons in the fortress, so I went to kill them and got a skull. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually gonna put that in my ender chest. But yeah, I'm probably gonna AFK overnight with this after I get a little bit more, or at least get it functioning, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I didn't end up falling asleep. I actually only AFK'd about 2 hours. And I came back down to about this, and this actually just got in there. And also this chest right here. And I was like, huh, interesting. I guess the lower down the world, it spawns creepers more often. Which, I was like, that probably doesn't make sense. But I went with it for a little bit, and then I was like, no, nothing, or something's wrong. So I ended up coming and taking a look back here. There are items still all over, and the reason because of that is because I made an item filter here instead of a hopper minecart unloader, so it ended up not stopping every time. It stopped for like half a second and dropped off. Probably didn't even stop. It dropped off about like probably 2 or 3 items at a time, and went back without stopping because I had a redstone block here and another redstone block on that side. I just pretty much derped on the whole thing. So yeah, if we look in my inventory, this was everything that was on the ground that I picked up, so pretty good, considering I probably lost like 90% of the drops, I'm assuming. So that's not bad, especially if I'm gonna have my base around here and that's just constantly running. That's pretty perfect. And of course I can always add more to it, but my dilemma with this series is a single player world, and you really just don't need that much in a single player world, which like pains me to do and say because I love doing like huge farms, but there's just not a huge point for it because this gunpowder would probably this barely, like, well, not barely, but from barely getting any gunpowder compared to what I should have gotten, probably, this is gonna last me probably like a month at least. Oh, but also, I guess I should explain this. The reason I got so much gunpowder is because it was the first slot in each of the minecarts, so I think it was each of them. Yeah, it had to have been each of them. Otherwise, there would have been a lot of bones too, or another drop. So yeah, it was the first slot in the minecart. So that was the only thing it was picking up and dropping off. All right, so well, before we transition to something else, I also want to point out that I don't think the storage is likely to stay here. It's just where I'm putting it right now, and if it is, I will pretty this up, and I'm also planning on prettying the farm up eventually. But for now, let's step away from the mob farm and move on to something else. I thought instead of doing another farm here or just anything else, I figured now is a good time to go to the end. I think I hinted at it earlier in the episode, so I'm just gonna commit to it because we're starting to fill up a lot of chests like in completely different areas of the world, and it's getting annoying having to transport everything. Like, I probably have close to a shulker box, or probably like half a shulker box of magma cubes, Everything from here will probably fill up like 10 shulker boxes almost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, probably close to 10. So I am going to get ready to go to the end, and I'm gonna meet you at the end portal. Alright, so we are ready to go in. Alright. It's been forever since I've done this. Let's see. Oh, that would've sucked. Okay, so I need this. I have backup stuff right here. I can't figure out if shulkers are like undead or if they're affected by, I guess, Bane of Arthropods, but I doubt they are, so I'm assuming they're just going to be best affected by sharpness. And I'm also going in with all my normal gear, so I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I mean, it would suck if I lost it all, but I don't think I'm going to die. I'm hoping I'm not going to die. Nope, I need to place this down and grab a slow falling potion and drink that. What else do I have in here? I have these. I don't think I need these in the end. I might need that, but I'm just bringing it in case. These are for Elytra. I'm not sure why I'm bringing so many, but whatever. And then some extra wood. And I'm not going to need iron until... I'm not going to need that until the end cities. So yeah, alright. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to talk about that fight for a second. First of all, I forgot my ender chest in there, so I don't feel like going back to get it. Well, I went back to the village to get some cobble because that's something I forgot. Because I think I'm gonna have to pillar across the void. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to pillar across the void. So didn't know you got the dragon head. Scaffolding seemed pretty useful for that first part, like being able to get up there and get like, I think it was like close to 5 of them just down immediately. I think that was pretty useful. Definitely didn't need that much scaffolding. So the dragon's breath really lags my game out, I think. So not sure how much of that is going to be actually like shown to you guys, because it might just be too laggy, and I'm not gonna just show you guys a complete like frame or PowerPoint, so I'm not gonna show you that if it's like that bad. Other than that, it was pretty easy. I think I was worried about nothing. So yeah, I'm actually going to hop into the end and get ready to go to the end city now. So yeah, I'll meet you guys when I get to the first end city. I might not actually show me like rating it, and I might just show the loot I get because it's kind of boring, and I mean it's not that interesting, I don't think so. We'll see. Alright, and here is the first elytra. And we got some okay loot, I guess. I guess I'll take the item frame too. And you start collecting end rods as well. And a huge derp on my part. I forgot I wanted to try out the like heads from like the CringeCraft server, so I threw that in the game. So that's why the dragon dropped the head. I'm assuming that's not like an actual feature, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. All right, so I now officially have the unbreaking and mending on the elytra, and if I remember correctly, I need to restart my game because every time. I'm not sure why it does this, but sometimes it doesn't work. The elytra, it doesn't register you're wearing the elytra, so I'm gonna restart the game just to make sure. For when I jump off somewhere, I'm gonna actually start flying, because I've done that before and just jumped off into the void and lost everything. So I'm gonna restart the game and be back. Alright, so we are back at the mob farm. I'm not really sure what to call this whole place right now. I'm just gonna call it the mob farm because that's the only thing here. Probably gonna end up calling it like the farming area, just because there's gonna be a lot of farms here, I'm assuming. But we are done with the end rating and have about 4 shulker boxes worth of loot, and then this is just everything I brought. So we'll start with like all the blocks and stuff from like breaking everything. I got 1 chorus flower. I guess I forgot to do that, so whatever. Some heads that are the new thing that I'm trying out, just to see what it's like, and because I've never done it before. A whole bunch of iron gear. I haven't really looked at any of these. These are just gonna be like backup gear for if I die or something. And then here is the good stuff. So we got like a couple rows of like diamond gear. I think there's one thing with like cursive binding on it. There it is. And then we got some diamonds, gold, iron, emeralds, and then about 3.5 stacks of shulker shells, which is pretty good. I think I ended up reading about close to 3 hours. Yeah, it was probably right around 3 hours, so that's not bad. And then 2 elytras plus the one I have on. Actually, I don't know why that's only at 400. That's interesting. Oh, because there's mending while I'm being okay. That's cool. I was about to be surprised. I was like, wow. I felt like, I think I wrote it down somewhere. I ended up going about 6,300 blocks out in the end, and also about 4,000 the other way. So yeah, that's quite a bit of flying. So I guess killing the shulkers mended that pretty good. So that's pretty cool. And then a couple more, or a little bit more iron and a little bit more gold. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more.